a portion of the forces of the Avalon Empire's Imperial Knight Order, and the Magic Tower. Moreover, the existence of the secret of our organization, the Red Coin. All of these things have started moving with Joshua at its center. I'd like nothing more than to head to Akarti myself, but since the battle within the organization has not ended yet, I can't. Things would change if that child really brings me the red coin, though. I will retrieve it, no matter what. Alright, I'll trust you. Yes. No matter what. Burp. Up. Burp. Shut up and just keep your eyes open. Oh, sliver of light traveling the vast heavens. Gather around my hands, bring down the lightning of judgment to all my enemies blocking my path. A downpour of light shall fall down upon you. Lightning rain. Now, talk. How is my magic just now compared to Joshua's ability? Puha. Answer. I am a noble of the Avalon Empire. Do you think the Empire will just stand still if you do this? The Empire? I wouldn't have even come here if I was afraid of something like that. So hurry up and answer me. How do I compare to that child Joshua, who's rumored to be a magic swordsman? In terms of power, your magic is definitely above him. Even someone not versed in magic like me can tell. True, since Ainslot's specialty wasn't the lightning attribute. Has he taken Bronto, like I expected? I must meet that child myself. The Agnes estate isn't somewhere I can trespass so easily, though. Wait. If you're planning on meeting Joshua, you're thinking about this wrong. Thinking about this wrong? Yes. Joshua followed Duke Agnes to the capital. He must have been admitted to the academy by now. The academy? What a predicament. The Agnes estate is already hard enough, but the capital of Avalon is on another level. There are several monsters there besides Duke Agnes. I'll help you. What? Although we didn't have a great first impression. If you're planning on trampling on Joshua, then I'll gladly help you. It annoys me how arrogant he is without knowing his place. I can't watch it any longer. How amusing. What can the likes of you do to help me? You have the symbol of Sterapes under your eye, and you're also a 6th-class magician. The thunder seat of the 7 magicians. Jack Sterapes. I'm surprised. A mere Viscount knows my identity. As you know, knowledge is power in Avalon. If you join hands with me, I will be of help to you for sure. I have many connections in Avalon. Even so, no matter how urgent this job is, I can't just join hands with a mere nameless Viscount. What do you mean? Even though I said I didn't care, it would be a bit annoying if my identity is leaked. So what? Are you planning on killing me? If a noble of the Empire like me disappears, the Empire, no, Duke Agnes will step in to find me. If that happens, sooner or later, your identity will. Who would look for the likes of you? Time passed by quickly, and Joshua entered the academy after turning 10 years old. There were around 1,000 children of nobles that entered Avalon Academy. Students are divided into 6 grades, and are advanced into the next grade through an advancement exam held each year. Students graduate from the academy once they pass the graduation exam. Joshua believed that the 6 years he would spend here would be plenty of time for him to achieve the 5th stage of the magic spear art that he reached in his past life. If it goes all according to plan. Please bring it here. Yes, young master. You can't even lift something like this. I'm sorry, young master, where's my room? We're almost there. Please wait a little longer. As expected of noble children, they all have at least one servant. It's here. A 3-person room. Is this spacious? As expected of Avalon. This place is great. I hope I won't have to share this space with people like Varen. I can't live with a nameless noble from the countryside. This is such humiliation. I want to spend my days quietly. Oh. I wasn't the first one. Nice to meet you, my new friend. I'd appreciate it if you could help me with my luggage. Few thanks. I was dying carrying all this by myself. No. It's all right. I was late in introducing myself. I'm Agar's Cohen Douglas. I'll be in your care. Well, I guess these kinds of people are much better than those children who like to show off their power. I'm Ash Van Frederick. Likewise. Frederick. It's my first time hearing of it. Let's get along for this 1 year, Ash. Wow. Have you guys become acquainted with each other already? I'm Icarus. I'll be in your care as well. You bastard. He's actually Icarus. The genius of the era, the heavenly brain, Icarus. The first Imperial Prince internal battle, that will be recorded in the history of blood in the future. While the Avalon Empire was weak from wars between the empires, when Emperor Marcus went missing, the worst internal battle in history broke out between the first and second Imperial Princes. With the excuse of stabilizing the country. In this internal battle that lasted for almost 10 years, tens of thousands of casualties occurred. And it came to a close with the first prince's victory. Afterwards, all of the second prince's administration and forces were absorbed by the first prince. There were 2 people who made the greatest contributions in this internal battle. One is the 4th Imperial Prince, who became a hero who brought the long internal battle to an end, Kaiser van Britain. And the other is the genius of strategy and tactics with a brain that is said to have been sent by the heavens. A vassal who led the first prince to victory. Heavenly brain Icarus. Do I have something on my face? Why are you both so surprised? Yeah, you commoner. How can I not be surprised? Our paths crossed again. Whoa. You're heavy. I never thought I'd get to be in the same room as you, Agar's Nim. I'll be in your care. Likewise. I'm looking forward to a fun year. You're always so optimistic, Agar's Nim. Is that a compliment? Of course. Do they both know each other? First years shouldn't have met anyone yet, they must have become acquainted somewhere else. Anyway, it's my first time hearing of Icarus having a friend. The Harvest Territory located in the countryside south of Avalon. Since the barren couple did not have children for a very long time, they adopted Icarus, who was their servant at the time, after recognizing his talent. The Harvest Territory was bombarded with ridicule from other nobles due to the unusual occurrence. Icarus was unable to rid himself of the commoner image in the academy, regardless of talent, and was continually seen with disdain and contempt. Thus, he spent his days alone, or so I've heard. The one who reached out a hand to him for the first time was the first prince of the Avalon Empire, Kaiser van Britain. He treated Icarus as a person for the first time, and gave him an opportunity to spread his wings as much as he wanted. After hearing his story, I thought we were very similar. To my youth filled with disdain and contempt, to my life of misfortune after being killed by Kaiser van Britain, who I trusted. I'm Ash Van Frederick. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I'm Icarus. Let's get along. I have to bring Icarus over to my side, no matter what. This is a fateful meeting for me. Duke Agnes's residence. I see. Joshua has entered the academy. I wanted to see him being admitted, what a shame. Young Lord Joshua probably didn't ask you because his identity might have been revealed had you went with him. I understand, Sir Kane. Besides that, thank you for always watching over my son. It's nothing, madam. On the contrary, I am always thankful for the honor of serving him as my liege. It may be discourteous of me to say this, but you truly have a marvelous son. Oh my. What are you two doing? Duke Agnes. I greet the Duke. Are you comfortable here? Yes. I'm receiving more than what I'm worthy of, thanks to your generosity. If you find anything uncomfortable, you can tell me anytime. It's fine to come look for me. Ah, yes, Duke. I will see you next time, then. Duke. What? Forgive my impertinence, but may I ask why you have let Lady Lucia into this residence? Lady Vanessa may start to have some treacherous intentions if she hears of this. You know, don't you? I know that young Lord Joshua has extraordinary talent. But the talent of young Lord Babel, who carries the blood of the imperial family, cannot be ignored either. How about you decide the family head for certain instead? You must be worried about the imperial bloodline. Yes. The legitimacy of the legitimate son cannot be completely ignored, after all. If young Lord Joshua inherits the Agnes name, there will be endless noise around the family. I wonder, if authenticity has to be influenced by blood, then rather, what? It's nothing. I'll watch on for a little longer. Yes, by your will. Authenticity of the legitimate son. During the first class after entering the academy, Joshua got to know the relationship between Agars and Icarus. It was because these two were already famous within the academy. Of course, they weren't famous for good reasons. Wow, what kind of combination is this? The illegitimate child of Count Douglas and a lowly commoner. As they say, birds of a feather flock together. You're right, losers are sticking together as losers should. Amaru Brun Sten. Are you taking the swordsmanship class as well, Amaru? Amaru Brun Sten. By the Sten family, could it be? One of the 5 masters of Avalon, Count Ari Brun Sten, referred to as the master of the rapier. He definitely resembles Amaru. His gray hair and his slit eyes. We'll easily get good grades if we're in the same class as these flunkers. How pitiful the illegitimate child and commoner are, failing to advance to the second year. A yellow necktie. They must be second years. White neckties are first years. One's necktie color changes as one advances a year. Besides that, Agars is an illegitimate child, like me. Running away from home and flunking. I guess that's all you amount to. Is that the life of an illegitimate child? I'm ashamed to have been your friend once. Aren't you being too harsh, Amarunim? What? How dare you butt in? You lowly commoner. Duncan Paul Dunnets, you dare show contempt toward the Sten family? What do you mean by contempt, Duncan Nim? What are you talking about? I'm telling you to mind your own business. Any mockery toward my friend Amaru is mockery toward me, Duncan Paul Dunnets. I did not say anything that would be considered contempt toward you. What exactly is this contempt that you speak of? You lowly commoner who's worse than livestock. Kook. You think you become a noble just because you were adopted by some nameless barony from the countryside? The blood flowing through your veins is like that of livestock. How dare you even attempt to speak with us? That in itself is a mockery toward us. Stop it. You're going too far. Are you covering for your friend? Arg. Agars Nim. HM. Who the hell are you? I guess I can't spend my days quietly as I planned. To think they would treat fellow human beings as livestock. I'll utterly destroy that mindset of yours. W8, WIRYUH here. Looks like I didn't see it wrong. Really, I was waiting for you for a long time. I greet the Imperial Prince Kaiser van Britain. Aren't you happy to see me? What? Mucker, are even your ears blocked? I asked you whether the fourth Imperial Prince only acted as if he knew that bastard. Yes, as far as I've heard. I see, there's definitely something to that bastard then. No matter how hard I search, I can't find anything about the Frederick Viscounty. He even knows the fourth Imperial Prince. It can't be helped. Mucker, go to the moon door right now and ask about the person named Ash Van Frederick. I have to grasp his weakness no matter what. However, young lord, that's. I'll return Varen's ring. However, you must apologize to the Rebrika family in your foolish young master's place, and also promise me. Lay your family and honor on the line, and promise me that you will stop Varen from doing something like that ever again. I promise you, young Lord Joshua. Young Lord Varen, I may be overstepping my boundaries, but if you break your promise, everyone in the world will start to mock you. No, the Villas Marquis family. Shut up. What does the promise you made on your own have to do with me? Stop talking back and do as I say. Go find out right now. Useless bastard. By your order. I didn't plan on drawing attention to myself, but if I'm going to drag Icarus to my side, then I have no choice but to adjust my plans. People must already be curious about me due to Kaiser. I've received your reply. However, I'm still not going to give up on you. Also, he asked me to visit the Imperial Palace before I graduate. Well, I was going to do that even if he didn't ask me to. The Imperial Night Order in the secret storage of the Imperial Palace. I have something that I need to find there. Agar's Kuin Douglas. What, is it time to eat already? Puhaha, this is why you flunked. What an embarrassment. Haha, how was an idiot like him born from the Douglas family? He's an illegitimate child, what did you expect? Now, stop it. Agars, pay attention in class. That is, if you don't want to be sent back home. Ah, yes. I will pay attention. Then let's continue the lesson. That is why the sword is considered the greatest weapon. There is a reason why most of the famous knights use the sword as their main weapon. Even the current emperor, who rules over Avalon and has reached the realm of master, and Duke Agnes, one of the 9 stars, the strongest in the continent, use the sword. Of course, the same goes for the 5 masters of Avalon. Then why is the sword considered the greatest weapon? That's simple. All other weapons besides swords are trash. That's all there is to it. Between people of the same skill level, a person using any other weapon can never defeat a person using a sword. However, in war, most soldiers do not use a sword, but rather, a spear. From what you say, don't you think soldiers need to be trained in the sword rather than a spear? I was speaking in terms of people who have the same skill. Not expendables like soldiers in war. Hilarious. From what I can see, the sword is the absolute worst weapon. Especially a rapier, which can't even be used as a toothpick. Who's that? He looks like a new student. Is he the son of some amazing family? What are you talking about? I haven't heard of families greater than the Sten family among the new students. Then what? Is he just insane? What did you just say? The rapier is utter trash. Stop. Fighting between students is forbidden. I cannot hold myself back, as someone from the Sten family who uses the rapier as their main weapon. Are you telling me to endure this mockery? Hilarious. So belittling the weapon you use is considered mockery, but you belittling all other weapons is just an opinion? I only told the truth as it is. If not, then prove it to me. Let's fight. Did you forget? According to the rules, fights among students are strictly forbidden. What? You're clinging to the rules after saying that much? I thought you were something more, but you're all bark and no bite. Is he acting like that because of the fourth Imperial Prince? I just want to follow the rules. If you want to fight, then why don't we fight in a practical sparring class that doesn't break any rules? Right, there was that method. The practical swordsmanship class just happens to be tomorrow. Professor, I beg of you. If you allow this spar, I will no longer argue about this matter. Please give me the opportunity to prove myself so that I'm not branded as a liar among the other students. It just had to be the Sten family, and that child, sigh, it looks like this is going to be an exhausting year. Since things have come this far, I can do nothing but watch. Alright, I approve. However, since it is a spar, I will prohibit real swords, and you may only use wooden weapons for sparring purposes. Perfect. There's nothing better than a wooden sword to break his body. I don't know what sort of relationship you have with the fourth Imperial Prince. But I'll destroy you. To think you'd call the rapier trash in front of the Sten family. Are you crazy? What's the problem? Are you seriously asking that? Amaru isn't someone who would stand for that kind of humiliation. He'll definitely try to hurt you. I also think the same. I thought you were living life without thinking about anything, but I guess you're also able to take a hint, Agars. Ash, I don't know how skilled you are, but Amaru is one of the most talented students of the academy, as the blood of the Sten family flows through his veins. He's even at the stage where he can feel mana on his own. I guess you know Amaru Brun Sten quite well. Yeah, since Amaru and I were friends for a long time. On the Land of Death, that's located on the northern edge of Avalon, there were two families who blocked the demonic beasts that endlessly invaded the land. Amaru's father, who is considered the commander of the North, as well as the current Sten family's head, and Agars's father, the Douglas family's head, who was always by his side protecting and assisting him. The deep friendship formed by the countless number of life and death situations that they'd experienced is well known even among the nobles. That's how Amaru and I naturally got to know each other, but as a concubine's son, it was difficult for me to become friends with him. However, because we had something in common as we were both far away from inheriting the heir position, we were able to become friends who could rely on each other in our younger days. That's why I know Amaru better than anyone. That's why I'd like you to stop being stubborn and ask him for forgiveness. I don't want to see my new friend get hurt. How hilarious. You want me to apologize just for being weak? Well, at least you'll be safe living like that, since all you'll be doing is laughing like an idiot and bowing down to everyone around you. Ash Nim. He's only saying this because he's worried about you. Who's worried for who? Excuses do nothing more than regress your own skills. If you want to change the fate you were born with, you need to work to death to do so. Also, hold fast to your own beliefs. If you don't want to live under someone else's shadow for the rest of your life, that is. Ah, so. You want me to find out information about a boy named Ash Van Frederick, right, Sir Mucker? Yes. I need information about that boy. All we know about him is that he enrolled into Avalon Academy this year. I have a rough idea, but... Really? I will give you as much money as you want. Tell me everything about that boy. Of course. As you know as well, the information that we provide is quite expensive. Like I said, money isn't an issue, especially expensive, if it's a person who our organization is giving special treatment to. Special treatment? I did expect it, but if he's someone that even the Moon Door is giving special treatment to, then there's something much bigger to him. Please tell me. I will provide as much money as you want. Very well. Then please pay us around 1 million gold. What? 1 million? Damn it. Who the hell is he? 1 million gold is more than how much most cities earn from taxes in a year. From your expression, it looks like you need more time to think. Please come visit us again after you've made up your mind, Sir Mucker. Young Lord Joshua. This is an investment. Although someone like Varen would be able to find other channels to gain information from, since the Moon Door demanded 1 million gold as our commission fee, they'll think you're much more dangerous than they expected. If that's the case, then I'm sure Varen would give up on some petty revenge, afraid of the consequences that may follow it. The young Lord Varen that I know is weak against the strong and strong against the weak, nothing more. Please don't worry about things like this and find the red coin for us to put an end to this long war. Until then, I will not spare any investments on you, young Lord Joshua. Contrary to the strict rules of the Academy, they do not restrict the students from going anywhere after classes are over. Thanks to that, I could focus on regaining the power that I lost in the mansion that Duke Agnes prepared for me. The divine and demonic energy inside my body are like water and oil, constantly in turmoil. It is impossible for them to mix. I have to stabilize these powers with Bronto's power. More. Just a bit more. Ouch. It looks like I lost consciousness. Cook, it hurts. It's an incomplete power, but it's nothing that I can't control. If I control a little more of the divine and demonic energy using Bronto, I'll be able to reach the third stage of the magic spear art soon. Phew, then I'll be able to use that soon. Alright, again. Huh. My Lugia. Where did it go? Shit. I can't find it. Lugia. Are you an idiot? Subspace magic. There's no limit to your stupidity. How can you just sleep for 3 days in a place where enemies could invade anytime? Who the hell are you? Who do you think? I'm the greatest one in the entire world, Lugianim. Thank and worship me. I'm the one who's been protecting you by your side for 3 days. What? I was passed out for 3 days. There must have been a huge fuss in the academy. In any case, when I reached the third stage of the magic spear art in my past life, I also saw that Lugia possessed intelligence in a subspace. I only found out I could change it into a metal stick after my regression. I never thought an ability like this would appear, even after my regression. But to think it appeared before me in the state of a child. Am I not the only one who regressed? You're thinking that I look like a child, aren't you? Can you even read my thoughts as well? Of course. You think I wouldn't be able to do something like mind reading in my first awakening state? Besides that, isn't there something more important? What? Something more important. Know thyself before you know the enemy. You can't possibly think that the state of your body is perfect, do you? That's. Shall I give you a piece of information? Information. The primordial stone you obtained. If you think elemental power is all it has, then that in itself is moronic. I don't know how much humans researched about the primordial stone with their puny level of intelligence, but its true power lies elsewhere. Elsewhere? Think about it. Even though each primordial stone possesses unique powers such as extinction, regeneration, and harmony, that's not what's important. Here's a question for you. If that's the case, then what kind of unique power does Bronto, the stone that you obtained, have. Try to solve it on your own. Since it has the lightning attribute that excels in destruction, shouldn't it have something similar to it? Wait, then it would kind of overlap with the red primordial stone, magma. Think over it carefully on your own. It's a question that can help you achieve your objectives in the quickest way possible, after all. Wow. What did you say about my objective? What do you think? You need to take revenge. Then, bam. And that was it. You sure have a lot of fun stories, Agar's Nim. I think it's more that you're the one living such a boring life, Icarus. Huh. Hey. How the hell are you guys still here? Ack. If I were you, I would have run away already with that Ash something guy. Don't you think so too, Agars? That's your specialty after all, disappearing when things get dodgy. Stop bothering us already. Are you for real? How can you tell us to stop bothering you when your roommate disappears after making such a huge fuss? This isn't something we can just gloss over. Why is that shifted onto us? What do you think? It's because this place will only become clean after we rip out weeds like you. What are you doing? How many times do I have to tell you that fights between students are strictly forbidden? Duncan, I will have no choice but to take disciplinary action if you continue to act like this. TCH. This is my mistake. I knew things were going to end up like this. I made up my mind to prevent that from happening ever again. But at least it ended at a point where I could take disciplinary action since Ash Van Frederick disappeared. I'm sorry I'm late. I had to take a leave of absence due to personal reasons. Ash Van Frederick. Why, just why? Why are you stepping into your own grave? Look. Is he not afraid to die? Why did he return? I'll say. If he appeared after disappearing for 3 days, did he think he would be forgiven for everything? I don't know what guts he had to come back, but it doesn't seem like he'll be able to graduate safely. All of you, quiet. Class will begin soon, so get ready. Ash, take your seat for now. We need to continue the lesson. Yes, I understand. Now that it's come to this, I will have to do everything within my power to stop what will happen. I'll have to postpone the practical lesson. Who knows what Amaru will do at the moment? Why the hell did you come back? Didn't your Frederick family already collapse? Can't you just run away if you wanted to? Did you do a background check on me? The rumors have spread all over the academy. Amaru must have done a background check on you. It's still not too late, so apologize to Amaru. You said that it's safe to bow down to everyone around you, right? Yeah, it's safe. That's why it's necessary to bow down sometimes. You're talking about that again. I won't say the same thing twice. I'll show you how to protect your own convictions. I can tell what he's worried about from his expression. But I don't even have the time to worry about a fight between children. There's something more important that I have to do. Lugia. How do you know about my revenge? Did you, really come back to the past with me? What is the other ability of Bronto? And most importantly, the primordial stone. The true power of Bronto that boasts the power of lightning, the fastest power that possesses powerful destructive capabilities. Is growth. Growth. Professor. You can't be thinking of glossing over it, are you? What do you mean? You approved of the spar between me and Ash Van Frederick. It is no simple spar, but a promise, as well as a battle with the honor of a noble on the line. If you changed your mind, then my entire family has been insulted. Therefore, I will have no choice but to take other measures. Even though, superficially, we have a teacher and student relationship, I cannot escape from the principle that is the power of a family. How can I prevent this from happening? I don't know why you returned, but if you thought I was just gonna let it go, then you thought wrong. I will take this opportunity to engrave into you how trash the weapon that you praise is. I didn't think we would be thinking the same thing. I had no plans to let it go either. I will show you how useless a rapier is. You, bastard. Hey! Hurry the hell up. At this rate, we'll miss the fight. Why did he come back? Does he really want to die by Amaru's hands so badly? Who knows? I'm curious, so let's go watch. The Academy's small drill hall, so he's Frederick. He's holding a spear. How ridiculous. Does he think he'll have an advantage with the long reach of a spear? His thoughts are so one-dimensional. I want to see him getting his ass beat by Amaru. Ashnim. How about you just apologize to Amaru? That again? You're so persistent. Though I'm not quite sure what you're thinking, you cannot defeat Amaru Nim. Even if you win against Amaru Nim, the Sten family will not stand for it. If their son is beaten after the rapier was humiliated, then I'll just have to beat them all. From your expression, I can see you don't trust my skill. Then, do you want to make a bet with me? Pardon? A bet, out of nowhere. If I defeat Amaru Brun Sten to protect my convictions, and survive from the Sten family without any issues, I win. The one who loses has to fulfill one wish of the victor. Deal? I don't know why you're saying this, but my goal is to stop this duel. Moreover, you don't even know what I'm going to ask for if I win the bet, so why are you recklessly? Obviously, because I never thought of it. That I'd lose the bet. Icarus, leave it at that. We cannot delay this duel for any longer. Ash Nim, you need to value yourself more. You cannot change this place on your own. Can't change this place on my own. I guess something happened to him. Now then. The duel between Amaru Brun Sten and Ash Ven Frederick will begin. Yeah. Yeah. Woo. Woo. Crush that braggart. Do your best, Amaru. Give that mere wooden stick a beating with your wooden sword. What's with that bastard? What's he doing, closing his eyes? Just give up on your life. He's such an attention whore. He's addicted to attention. Even though I reached the third stage of the magic spear art, rather than using that power to overpower him, I'll defeat him using spearmanship alone. I've been chasing the pinnacle of the magic spear art until now, but I could never see the end of the road. I've forgotten that nothing is more important than the basics and fundamentals. I can see the paths I was used to at this moment. I feel like I can reach a height that I couldn't reach in my past life now. There's a limit to your arrogance, you bastard. Are you trying to make more excuses like this? I will not stand for something like that. Thank you. Kook. Sigh, as I thought, he doesn't move the way I want him to. Joshua von Agnes. Joe. Joshua von Agnes, she said. The extreme swiftness that the opponent can never see coming. A swiftness that surpasses the limits of swiftness. I have finally obtained it. The height of my dreams that I could never reach, even in my past life. The enlightenment of the sixth stage of the magic spear art. I obtained it in one fell swoop. Avalon Academy Female Trainee Dorm. I thought he would spend his days quietly, but he made such a huge mess. It's been a while, Anna. Father. Why are you answering the call directly, Father? Is there a problem in the kingdom? Although there are some suspicious movements in Thran, there are no large issues. Then why? The thunder seed of the 7 magicians, Jack Starapes, has killed Viscount Beeg. Viscount Beeg was quite useful for our disguise, it's truly unfortunate. 7 magicians. The magic tower killed Viscount Beeg by themselves. Why would an egotistical group like them do such a thing? Could it be that the magic tower has found out about our plans? Despite the magic tower's movements not being completely unrelated to us, it seems Joshua von Agnes has obtained a valuable item that the magic tower is looking for. Joshua did. Then wouldn't it be better for us to take it if it's something the magic tower would act upon? There's no point. It's something that can't even be used if it's not the magic tower. Rather, if attention is drawn to us, our far-sighted plan may go up in flames. What's important is that several variables are occurring to Joshua. Isn't that also the reason you called? Yes, that's right. Joshua has caused trouble the moment he entered the academy. He was challenged to a duel the moment he called the rapier trash in front of the Sten family, and then he defeated the son of the Sten family with a single strike. Ha ha ha. Is that true? Amazing. I wonder what sort of face Duke Agnes will make when he hears of this. The official heir of the duchy may be changed to that child. Change the heir. An illegitimate child like Joshua would take Babel's spot, disregarding legitimacy. I can't understand it all. Though Joshua is an illegitimate child, wouldn't Duke Agnes favor his own child over someone else's? Pardon. Ash Van Frederick. It's been long since the lord of the Frederick family went missing. And they were not a renowned martial family either. Moreover, I've never seen spearmanship of that degree in my life. Who in the world are you? I am Ash Van Frederick. Well, all right. There are times when high-ranking nobles or royalty of another kingdom enroll into the academy while hiding their identities. To be honest, I don't really care what you're thinking. However, this sort of change is unwelcome. Even if he was of the Sten family, it's merely a duel between 2 trainees. What you said to him could have been played off as a mere dispute between 2 children. However, it's a completely different story now that you defeated the Sten family's swordsmanship in front of the children of several noble families. I will take full responsibility. Take full responsibility, huh? Around this time last year, there was also someone who had the same mindset as you. A child named Simes Quinn Douglas. By Douglas, you mean? What's important is that this isn't a problem that can be resolved by just taking responsibility. Even in the academy, trainees, who are all supposed to be of the same rank, have an invisible hierarchy among them due to the power of their family. The division of hierarchy in circles have long since been made. Amaru is, of course, part of that circle as well. Do you understand what this means? From now on, those children will endlessly harass the children of weaker families than them, including you. Please let me ask one question. Dividing the students into ranks, and for the reason of preventing even greater harm, standing idly by as all of the violence and blackmail covertly occur within the academy. Is that something an adult who calls himself a teacher does? I believe that I have nothing to learn or listen to from that kind of teacher. If you stop something from happening because you're afraid of the immediate aftereffects, the bad habits will continue to occur forever. There are things in this world that can never be changed. There's no such thing as never in this world. Only cowards don't ever try anything due to their own fear. If your only purpose for coming to the academy is compulsory graduation, then I will recommend you to the Imperial Knight Order. You'll be able to get your compulsory education there. If it's someone of your skill level, you'll pass the test without any issues. I've already refused Kaiser's offer of the Imperial family's recommended admission. Moreover, since I've been enlightened on Bronto's power, I can't waste my time in either the Academy nor the Imperial Knight Order. How about it? Using my authority, applying you for the test is more than possible. I also don't plan on wasting my time here either. Is that so? Then that settles things. I will immediately. However, I also don't plan on running with my tail between my legs like this. I'm not a coward, after all. A coward, huh? Do you also think so, Siamese? So you were here, Duke Agnes. I've received intelligence that the Empire will start progressing with that matter. Who's the source? It's the Sten family. You can read this letter for the details. So it's finally begun. Cook. Is it still impossible, Huff? Kane, do you think you can protect your liege with skills like those? Rather, I hope you won't be a nuisance to him. I must become stronger so that won't happen. Ah. What is your reason for your desperation to get stronger, even going so far as to change your main weapon? It's because he promised me. He promised that, other than him, he would make it so that I wouldn't have to bow down to anyone. I believe in my liege's promise. I will become stronger to protect my liege. I commend your will. Kook. Go treat him. Yes, Duke. He'll make it so that he won't have to bow down to anyone. He's already gotten someone who's this loyal to him in such a short time. How amusing, Joshua. How is that possible? It's simple. I just need to display enough power that can make anyone comply. I want to tell him it's impossible, but with the power he displayed during his duel with Amaru-Nim, the possibility isn't zero. Icarus, do you remember the bet we had last time? I do remember. Let me tell you my wish. I want you. Pardon? I know about your capabilities. Can you use your skills only for me? If you really manage to pull off what you say you will, I will think about it. I must have gotten closer to Icarus with this, right? Yes, I've thought of something interesting. Jaken, I have a task for you. Make that child join the Imperial Knight Order, no matter what. If you need it, I will personally write him a recommendation letter. You will personally write him one? Even though the requirements to join the Imperial Knight Order are quite particular, the Emperor is willing to write him a recommendation letter. He's that hell-bent on bringing Joshua to his side. The Academy's circle, Araxia. I thought it was only a social gathering for child's play. If what Amaru told me was the truth, then that isn't the case. The children of powerful high-ranking nobles have formed a force in the form of a circle as a means to gather power for the future. It is also to form relations with other noble children, as well as to control the children of powerless, low-ranking nobles. They indiscriminately try to ruin any children who aren't members of the circle. Even the professors have no choice but to turn a blind eye to it. I understand Professor Kane's concerns a little. However, once you succumb to the unfair reality, you cannot expect any changes to occur. Only a new vicious cycle will begin. The largest victim to the circle has already appeared. If I resolve this, it may be easier for me to bring Icarus to my side than I expected. I wonder what thorny path Kaiser will trudge through when he doesn't have Icarus by his side. I'm already looking forward to it. So you are already here. Speak of the devil. What are you planning on doing now? There are rumors that the Sten family will send someone here soon. You don't have to worry about that. I resolved it with the person concerned, after all. Even if it has been resolved well with Amarunim, there is no guarantee that the Sten family won't step in. Since you ridiculed the swordsmanship of the Sten family, they may take action for the sake of their family's reputation. Moreover, the Academy's circle, Baraxia, will approach you before that. It doesn't matter. I have a way to resolve both the matters you mentioned at once. He felt the principle of rotation in that short duration. He has the acuity to search for his cause of defeat under pain strong enough to make him lose consciousness. He has no shame in requesting for martial arts teachings. How did I not know someone like him in my previous life? Are you not able to teach me? It's not that hard to teach. However, there's a condition. Really? What is it? You simply need to give me some information. About the Academy's circle. Also, I'd like some information about Siamese Quinn Douglas. Avalon Imperial Palace. Your Majesty, an emergency letter has arrived from the Swallow Empire. Swallow, it must have come from Draxia. Yes. He says that he plans to speed up the plan he informed us of. He's requesting your Majesty to adjust to the faster schedule and provide your support on what you promised him. The opposition from Thran must be fiercer than he expected. Unfortunately, there may be a chance that they found out Avalon intervened. I won't be providing any military support. However, we will dispatch 2 of our Empire's masters. With them, Draxia won't have any complaints. I understand. I will issue that as a royal order. Also, I have one more thing that I must report to you, Your Majesty. What is it? As expected, Joshua von Agnes has enrolled in the Academy while hiding his identity. Moreover, although it's only gossip, he seems to have recently knocked out Amaru Brun-Sten with a single strike. Ha ha ha. He defeated the son of the Sten family in one strike. Makes sense, since even the pride of the Empire, Babel von Agnes, wasn't a match for him. The Academy circles. Though I plan on leaving the Academy, to fulfill my objective, I should at least leave after I completely destroy this. Ash Van Frederick. I have something to talk about with you personally. Please listen. You and I don't have anything to talk about. I'm sorry. I made fun of the spear as a weapon when I didn't know anything about it. I'm reflecting on it. I apologize. This guy, was he this kind of person? To think he yielded from the Sten family's pride. How unexpected. It's fine. I was also at fault for belittling my opponent. Are you forgiving me? Thank you. It's not really anything worth receiving thanks or forgiveness for, after all. Then, can you teach me something? About that extreme swiftness of yours. Though swiftness is defined as finding the shortest path from one point to another, it's not as easy as it sounds. It's a very difficult realm to reach. During our duel, your attack path was unforeseeable, and I definitely felt it before I lost consciousness. Your attack didn't fly in a straight line. It was as if my entire body was being twisted. The Swallow Empire. A great nation that takes up as much of the Igrant continent as the Avalon Empire. Due to its territory being mostly made up of vast plains, they are the greatest in the horseback arts on the continent. The Swallow Empire has been plagued with a single problem. And that problem is the independence of the Thran Principality. Capital of the Swallow Empire, Svenju Imperial Palace. You must make your decision quickly, Your Majesty. Duke Altsma is right. If we continue to only be conscious of our neighboring kingdoms, there is a high chance that the situation will veer to their favor. Thran was always our subject country. There's absolutely no need to be conscious of them. If you just give the word, then I, Altsma, am confident enough to destroy 1,000,000 of their forces that block my way. Duke Altsma, General of the Swallow Empire, one who has reached the realm of Master. Even if it's against the so-called Titan of the 9 stars, Arden von Agnes, or the God's Knight, Chrysler Jean Sebastian. Duke Altsma, you must be forgetting something. That person, who is not currently present, and His Excellency Lucifer are also part of their empire's 9 stars. And most of all, this matter cannot be carried out with complete exclusion of the neighboring nations. Their power is too strong for us to do that, after all. Gondar, sage of the Swallow Empire, as well as the senior Prime Minister. Prime Minister. How could you possibly compare them to those doles? Sigh, you don't get it. Stop, both of you. I know of your brilliance better than anyone, Duke Altsma. However, how are you so confident that you can defeat them, even if you are stronger? In the case of your defeat, that is not your problem alone. The entirety of the Swallow Empire will be at a loss and will invite even greater danger to the nation. Verona Belle Grace, Emperor of the Swallow Empire, the wisest emperor in the history of the Swallow Empire. I did not think it through enough, Your Majesty. I would like to hear your thoughts, Prime Minister. Yes, Your Majesty. As long as the Avalon Empire and the Hubalt Empire don't take action, the other kingdoms will not be able to recklessly make their moves. At the very most, they will only be able to express their displeasure. Something like that is on the level for us to be able to ignore. This is especially the case for the Hubalt Empire, which is currently in the middle of the next Pope election, so they would not be able to pay attention to anything else. We're able to pay more attention to Thran because of that, but the problem is Avalon, as expected, sigh, one problem after another. Anyway, as long as there is no particular movement from Thran, I will forbid any reckless actions. However, make sure to prepare your forces to be able to march to the battlefield at any time. Let us conclude our meeting here. Yes, Your Majesty. Marco, the pivot point of Thran must be him, right? Yes, Your Majesty. Though he's not showing himself at the moment, everyone knows that he is the moral pillar of Thran. Marco, Prime Minister of the Swallow Empire. The Knight of Prominence, Uravis. Is it so wrong to desire the happiness of the citizens in peace? Happiness and peace can only be maintained through power. You must have power to protect happiness, huh? First Icarus, and now him. Ash, stay away from Araxia. If you cross them, your life and even your family will be in danger. I'm saying this for your sake, so please listen to me this time. Are you that afraid? What? I'm asking if you're afraid that the same thing that happened to your brother will happen to me. How did you? You can run if you're afraid. No one will criticize you. However, if you continue to run, you'll have submitted in the end, along with some self-deprecation. Agars, do you want to live as a runaway for the rest of your life? What the hell do you know? The one who leads Araxia is Varen Shinvillas, one of the 12 families. They are an insurmountable wall that powerless families like ours can never cross. Oh, so the leader is Varen. How convenient. Thanks for the info. What? Convenient. Exclusive room of Circle, Araxia. Everyone seems to be here, so why don't we get started? Natasha, let's take it slow. Why are you always in such a rush? Jawad, you're just too carefree. Marquis Cromwell must be full of worries since you're like this for everything. Natasha Moon Breery, daughter of the Marquis family of Avalon's 12 families. He must not even have any time to worry about his son since he's so busy fighting with the Pontier family. Well, the family's matters and my life are different. I merely want to enjoy the moment. If I stress over every little thing like you, I'll only grow a temper. Juwag Dun Cromwell, son of the Marquis family of Avalon's 12 families, in a hostile relationship with the Pontier Duke family. What? Is that all you have to say? Ugly bastard. Stop. This is not the time to fight amongst ourselves. I heard that Amaru was defeated by someone named Ash without being able to put up a fight. Varan Shanvillas, son of the Marquis family of Avalon's 12 families, influential figure in one of the Imperial Prince's forces. I can't believe it. For real. If it's true, then I wonder what kind of kid he is. There you go again. Another name on your list of future husbands? Well, I'll have to see how he looks. This is no time for jokes. The one named Ash isn't someone to take lightly. What's gotten into you, caring about a mere fallen family? True. It's not like you, Varan. I've taken a bit of a beating from him myself. What? Who the hell is he? I hear he has some sort of special relationship with the 4th Imperial Prince as well. Could he be royalty? Then, how about we try to recruit Ash Van Frederick? Can't we use this situation to our advantage? What are you talking about? I agree with Natasha. I was only being nice to Amaru because he's part of the Sten family, but hasn't the situation changed? Won't that Ash guy be of more help to us? I don't think we need to concern ourselves with Amaru, who disgraced the Sten family's name. No, even when disregarding families, have you forgotten how much Amaru's brother cares for him? And above all, I can't bear to watch that bastard Ash strutting around. I'll make him realize just what kind of person he laid his hands on. Just like Siamese Quinn Douglas. Sigh. The summons of the Academy's headmaster. I guess it's because of that matter with Amaru. Spending my days quietly in the Academy has gone out the window. Ash Van Frederick has answered to your summons. Joshua von Agnes. As per His Majesty the Emperor's order, I've come to relay his message. So I'll give you a gift. There was a time when I helped the Magic Tower Master. This is the Dawn Ring that I received as a reward. Do I have to move up my plan a bit? Joshua von Agnes. As per His Majesty the Emperor's order, I've come to relay his message. What? The Emperor's order? Who are you? I am part of the intelligence organization that is directly under the Emperor, the Black Wind.